I'm your host, Josie Van Dyke, and I am sitting next to my blunt, blonde queen, MARYN LINDLEY, everybody.
Oh, hey.
I was like, how should I introduce her? And I'm like, we were just saying that you're blunt. And I'm like, she's blunt. She's blonde.
She's
blonde. She's got that haircut. That, what do they call it? The blunt cut?
The blunt cut.
The blunt cut.
Always.
So
I'll never go back.
That's how I'm introducing you. No, you kind of inspired me.
I did?
Yeah, because I would just see your TikToks all the time, and I was like, she's so cute.
Freaking chop it.
Everyone should just chop
your hair. And I feel like this is the season of the chop. Everyone's chopping.
Everyone's chopping.
And I love it.
But then when you look back at yourself, you're like, I was meant to have the chop. Don't get me wrong. Some people, they're not meant to have the chop.
And they hate it.
And they grow it out. And they're like, why did I do this? This is the worst thing I could have ever done for myself.
So sad.
But I was at a point in my life where it was the best decision I ever did. And I'm like,
100%. Don't you feel like you lost like 15 pounds?
15 pounds.
Oh, yeah.
And it just like, it feels like me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I should have always
had
good. Short hair.
Your face shape. Yeah.
It just fits. So thanks for inspiring me.
You're welcome.
But I need to dumpster deep dive you.
I would love that.
You've been requested quite a bit, actually.
Which is so funny because on the way down here, I was having some imposter syndrome.
Were you?
I really was. I was like, because you look at my Instagram.
Yeah.
I don't have a huge following on Instagram. My TikTok, I'm still under 50K. Sweet Jesus, we'll get there.
It's the algorithm.
It's so dumb. Yeah, I take no credit. It's not a me thing.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
But
you're perfect.
It's
right.
You. But I will say my following is a loyal little clan.
I love that.
I have a little loyal clan of a following.
And they love you.
We love that.
They love you. They've been requesting you for a while. And it finally worked out where I had open dates. And I was like, hey, I'm going to reach out. I'm going to be like shooting my shot. Hey, you want to come on?
Your shot?
I got to shoot my shot.
Josie.
I shoot my shot with everybody. Everyone I reach out to, you're being vulnerable when you do that. It's like, please. And you live far. So it's not like it was an easy little drive where you could just pop in your car for 15 minutes. So
I was not complaining to have some peace and quiet.
I know that's
on the way down.
I know when you have kids, it's kind of a nice little vacation.
I can listen to what I want. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's true.
But
I'm so glad that we made this happen.
Yes.
Because you do have a life. Like a crazy life. I've seen little snippets on TikTok about your childhood, and I'm so excited to dive deeper into it. So
me too.
Are you ready for me to dumpster deep dive you?
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Where are you from? Today's episode is brought to you by Coconew. If you follow me on Instagram, then you know that my personal favorite organic personal lubricant is Coconew. If you are making clean ingredient swaps, it is so important to make sure you are getting quality ingredients that are good for your body inside and out. Coconew uses all natural ingredients. They are cruelty-free, made in the USA, and their packing is plastic-free. Not only is it clean and my personal favorite, but it would also be a great gift to your partner or yourself, or you could spread the love and gift it to your bestie. So head to coconew.com, that is coconut without the T, and use code WEEKLYTRASH for 15% off your order. My code stacks with their on-site discount, so order today and you can thank me tomorrow. Again, that is coconew.com. Use code WEEKLYTRASH for 15% off. And thank you, Coconew, for sponsoring today's episode.
I'm from originally Davis County.
Okay.
Which is kind of weird because I've been in Logan like the majority of my life at this point. But born Davis County, like Layton, Kaysville. Yeah. We bounced back and forth between the two.
Is your family still there, or are they in Logan too?
No, everyone is basically in Logan.
Why Logan?
When my parents got divorced, well, before they got divorced, my dad moved us to Logan for a job opportunity. Kind of when shit hit the fan.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like he told my mom, like, you can either come with me and bring the kids or you can stay. And it was kind of my mom's like last effort to save our family. And so she moved us up to Logan, away from her parents, away from his parents. All of my extended family was right in Davis County, aside from a few people.
Yeah.
And we moved to Logan.
Just packed up and said, all right, we're going to Logan.
We're going to Logan. And I remember like getting through the canyon and going, this is no man's land.
How old were you?
I was 7.
7. Okay.
Almost
so 8. You talked about how your parents are divorced now, but before they were divorced, how many siblings do you have?
I have 3 older siblings. I'm the baby.
You're the baby.
Yes. I have an older sister and then 2 brothers in between us.
Okay.
And I'm baby sister.
Were you guys all close growing up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Super close. So different. Like we could not be more different, but very close.
Very, very close. I love that.
My sister and I are 12 years apart, so it took us a while to get really like homies, you know what I mean?
No, I get that. Me and my sister are only 6 years apart, and it took a minute.
Yeah.
It took a minute.
Yep.
But she's probably like a little mom figure to you.
Oh, absolutely. Especially through all that chaos.
Yeah.
She was.
She was.
Completely.
So let's talk about that chaos, because
Okay.
you said shit kind of hit the fan when you went to Logan and you were about 7.
Yes.
Do you remember a lot of it, or is it kind of foggy memories?
I think we block out a lot of
Yeah.
scary, like traumatic shit when we're little. And it was really bad even before then.
Yeah.
But there was time, like it ebbed and flowed. My dad's an alcoholic.
Yeah. When did that start?
Honestly, at a very young age for him, he always had
Okay.
struggles with alcoholism. Him and my mom got married very young.
Why did they get married?
She was pregnant.
Okay.
But they were also super in love. Like I asked her the other day, like, did you feel like you had to marry him? And she's like, oh no, like
I wanted to.
we were so in love.
Yeah.
And they partied. Like they were both raised LDS,
Okay.
but they partied. They tested the waters. She gets pregnant. They get married. And then there were a few years where that ebb and flow, like I'm going to be active.
Yeah.
We're going to do the church thing. And then he would have like seasons of really bad drinking. And
Was he always consistently drinking and just like taking it to like a decent level and then becoming crazy drunk, or was he sober and then not sober?
I think it was more so sober and not sober.
Okay, just the back and forth.
Yeah. And then like I think the alcoholism got really bad the older we got as kids. But they weren't married much longer after we lived in Logan.
So growing up, do you have any good memories?
Of him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a couple.
Okay.
Like literally maybe 5.
Okay.
Which kills my siblings because they got like involved dad, super motivated, wealthy at one point. Like,
okay.
Yeah. So it kind of kills my older siblings because we've had such different experiences with him. I just don't remember.
Yeah. Like,
I really
do you
don't.
feel like they have a closer bond to him than you?
I think they did. Yeah.
They did.
I think they did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what initially started the problem, like it getting worse and worse and worse?
He upped and quit his job.
What was he doing for work?
He was a bigwig at Smith's.
Okay.
From what I understand. There's
Okay.
so much that I'm like, I really don't know.
Yeah. You were young.
Yeah, I was so young and just naive to it. And my mom tried to keep me that way, I think. But he just upped and quit. We had this big house in Layton that he had just built himself, basically. Incredible home. And I remember, like, my mom will say, like, are we going to be, I don't know what we're going to do.
Yeah.
And then he had an affair. Pretty serious one. She got pregnant.
Oh.
So I do have a half sister somewhere.
Okay. You've never met her?
No, she's reached out to me within the last year on Instagram, which
Okay.
is wild. Like, this is Jerry Springer worthy, some of this shit. Like, it's a little crazy.
Yeah.
But
You have no desire to meet her?
I'm open to it. I think she's kind of scared of us, a little bit intimidated by us. And I think she's gone a lot of her life feeling like she's the problem.
Does
like
she
she's
have
the
a connection
product. No.
to him?
No, he gave up his
Rights.
parental rights so that she could be
that
adopted.
says a lot
Yep. Yeah.
about somebody
Mm-hmm.
if they can do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alcoholism.
Yeah.
Being a complete addict. Like, he was married to that. That became
That was
who he
everything.
Yeah. And it just got so bad. He moved us up to Logan.
So the affair happened. He broke off the affair once he got caught?
I don't know. I don't really think he ever did because they ended up dating after my parents
Got divorced.
did split. But my mom tried to do everything, like everything, to save that marriage, to make him stay. Because he was the one that eventually was like, peace out. I don't need to be here. I don't have any connections to my kids. And I think at that point, like, the alcoholism was so bad. And I hate when people are like, it's a disease. Like I know it's a disease, but it's also a choice. I feel like he made choice after choice that led to, honestly, where we are now with him.
Which is?
Nowhere. Like, we cut him off. Most of my siblings and I have cut him off.
What's a memory that you have with him that you distinctly remember being like, oh, I don't have a good dad?
He was pretty abusive to my mom.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And it's okay. It's like so okay now. We're in such a good place with all of that now. But I remember walking in on something And I just remember going like, you are horrible. Like I just remember thinking he was evil.
Monster.
Yeah. Like, and hearing him, he would never did anything to me, but my 2 older siblings got a lot of the brunt of some abuse. And just like, how can you do that to someone you love? You're supposed to love all of us. And this person, like him and my mom, like basically grew up together.
Yeah.
Like, how do you do that?
What was his family thinking about it all? Was his family involved? Your grandparents?
My grandparents were pretty old. Like he was the baby of his family and just so far removed and very old. Like, I don't even know, just that generation of like, you figure it out.
Yeah.
Like you married him. He would never do such a thing, like that type of reaction.
Naive.
Yeah, super naive. And so I think that was hard for my mom. Like, look what your son's doing.
Yeah.
He's destroying his life and his family. But
So how old were you when he left?
I think I got baptized in Logan.
Did he baptize you?
No, my brother did.
Was he still like trying to be active or pretending to be?
I think there was partial pretending.
Yeah.
And then I think like towards the end, like all cards were off the table. Like he just didn't give a shit. But my brother, my birthday's in July and I waited till September so my 16-year-old brother could baptize me. And I remember even then feeling so much shame. Like, this is not the way to do it. Like, it's not because my dad is dead or I don't just have a dad. My dad cannot baptize me. He's not worthy to baptize me. So even then had some tainted, like, just issues because it was different.
Issues with the church?
Yeah, not even, I didn't know that my issues were with the church then, really, but just like, this isn't the Mormon way. Like, this isn't how you're supposed to do it. This isn't what God wants, basically. Yeah.
So he left right after that?
Yeah, from what I can remember. I was around 10, probably.
And
8,
were
9, 10.
you relieved to have that negative feeling gone?
Yes, for sure. Like, there was new stress that came with that. Yeah. But I just wanted my mom safe. I wanted to feel safe. And there was just like an instant peace with him gone. We didn't need him.
Yeah.
Really, we didn't.
You don't?
No.
So that's when you're 10. Did you see him often at all after that?
My mom tried to keep that relationship because she just didn't have that growing up. She couldn't imagine not having a dad.
So she didn't have a close relationship with her parents?
No, she did.
Oh, she
so
did.
She, I guess, couldn't imagine. No, you're okay. Couldn't imagine us
not having that. Okay, gotcha.
So she kind of forced it there for a while, and it was really just me and my brother, right, a little bit older than me, that had to go. And he picked me up once, and I knew he was intoxicated. And he kept stopping at like lights and going to the back of his truck and drinking out of like a brown paper bag.
At the stoplights.
Yeah. And so there's like this specific Kaysville exit. I like made a decision mentally. I'm like, I'm going to jump out of this fucking truck. Like, I'm going to jump out.
How old were you?
I think around 12. Oh, wow. Around then. And I tried to jump out as soon as like we turned. He like pulled my shirt, and it was a whole episode, and I never went again.
You never went again?
Mm-mm. Not when I was a child.
When was the last time you saw him?
Last time, probably 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. He almost died right after I had my oldest little boy.
Has he met your kids?
Yeah, once or twice. And after that, like, he wouldn't remember their names. And so, yeah, the last few times, it was just bad. And I'm like, I had no choice but to be around it. My kids will not have any part of, and I'm pretty sure he's still sober. He got sober right after I had my oldest, who's 6.
Okay.
And I think he may be still sober. I don't know.
So he's still sober, but you haven't talked to him in 2 years. And is that your choice or his? Yeah,
he did it. He made a couple really odd decisions and threats to my mom, my older siblings. He never really threatened me because I had his number already blocked. But we saw him at a wedding, and then right after this wedding we saw him at, he started saying some really odd things, claiming that he wasn't my brother's dad, which my brother looks identical to him. Like, yeah, come on. And just some others like saying he was going to show up and do A, B, C, and D at our houses. So we legally we
and
couldn't
he's
do
sober
much.
at this time.
Yeah, sober. So I don't know if there's drug use. I don't know. But my husband and I just made that decision. Like, he's cut off. He'll never see us or the kids again. Lo and behold, we run into him somewhere. Hopefully not. But I don't know if he would recognize me if he did. Truly.
Maryn, that makes me so sad.
Yeah. I probably seem callous about it.
No, but I think you get to a point where you're disappointed so many times that if you let it affect you, you'll drown in sadness. So you just have to be like, it is what it is.
It is what it is. And it's just matter of fact.
Yeah.
Now, like it's.
So did you have a other father figure in your life?
I had really good grandparents. My grandpa, my mom's dad, incredible. He was so involved. And like I said, my sister and I are 12 years apart. So her husband would come and take me to like family daughter or daddy daughter dates or whatever, hosted through the church or whatever. So I always had someone, just not a dad.
Is your mom remarried?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you like him?
We're different. We have our differences.
Okay.
It's not that I don't like him. We're just
different.
I wouldn't have chose him for her, I guess you could say. But
did her marrying him affect the family dynamic at all? Or you still, oh, it did?
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And I think that's kind of inevitable. Blending families is so hard.
Does he have kids?
Yeah.
Oh, so you have step siblings then?
I have 2 step siblings that are both older.
Okay.
So, and yeah, it's just an interesting dynamic. And there's, I think, unconditional love that you have for your immediate family. And some people are really lucky when there's situations where the unconditional love just forms.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say that has happened.
How old were you when they got married?
12.
Oh, so he's been in your life for a while and you still feel that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That says a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think he's a bad person.
Right. It just wasn't.
No, we
wasn't
never.
The father figure that you were expecting to
Not
have?
necessarily. No. And we're just different. And now that I'm an adult, I'm like, I don't feel forced to have any relationship with anyone. That's just not who I am. Especially now that there's my own little people involved.
Yeah.
I'm very protective about who is in their space. And
for sure.
I don't know. I adore my father-in-law. My husband's dad is incredible. Like, I think part of me marrying my husband was getting him.
Yeah.
I'm not going to cry.
Well,
hell no.
If you do.
Thank you. You're prepared.
Yeah. It probably healed you in a way to have that support system and like the dad that, and I have a little bit of daddy issues too.
Yeah.
So
it's hard.
It's so hard. It's when you see the bond. Why am
I don't know.
I'm off my Zoloft. So this is why I started Wellbutrin.
We're going to be crying.
I started Wellbutrin, and like my dad's not even an addict, but like there are definitely things that he did that affected my childhood, and he's apologized a million times and we're good. But when you see a bond that someone has with their dad that you never had, and you're like, that exists, like it makes you sad, it makes you jealous, and then it makes you happy that you get to make sure your kids have that, you know? And it's this really weird feeling, and people who don't have daddy issues will never understand it.
And no one in my circle really does.
Yeah.
And I think that's been hard for me because I'm like, I'm trying to express to you what I want and what I'm pissed that I didn't have. Honestly, there's so much anger that I'm still trying to work through. And I think it just is that, like, you dream of your wedding and you dream of all of these big events that are supposed to be a beautiful family experience. And he shit all over it.
Did he go to your wedding?
He did.
Okay.
He did. And I wish I would have stood up for myself a little more. I was so just like, do it the traditional way. And I wish I just would have said, no, you're not welcome. You don't know me.
Yeah.
You don't know my spouse. You shouldn't be here.
How many times has your husband been around him?
Only a handful. Okay. And my husband is a golden retriever. Like, my dad would be like off in a corner by himself, and my husband would go and find him and try and make him feel cozy and warm. And I'm like,
right,
forget the fucker. Like,
we hate him.
Care about him.
We hate him.
But I think he was so worried about the long-term effect it would have on me that he tried to keep him close for a while.
Well, growing up like that, we were talking earlier how you're blunt and you're yourself. Do you think growing up with a dad like that made you that way, or do you think you were like that from the start?
I think I've always been a little bit spicy, like
Yeah.
that typical youngest sibling. Not that I got what I want, but I'm going to tell you what I want and I expect to get it. So I think some of that is just engraved in who I am, but also like, I think those trust issues, I think my defense, my pushback, like I don't need you if you don't need me type attitude definitely comes from that for sure. And I don't want to blame him for my downfalls necessarily, but
everything plays a factor. I mean, looking back, if like he was the perfect dad, I'm sure there are things in your life that would be different. Yeah. And that's that's just the truth.
Yeah.
So
matter of fact.
So you were raised very religious, sounds like.
For the most part.
Yeah. I mean, obviously he's an addict, so he wasn't the best example, but you still chose to get baptized at 8 years old. Yeah. And you served a mission. Yeah. So was that something you always saw yourself doing?
No.
No?
No. I was a shit in high school. Okay. I was so naughty. I was a naughty kid.
Like, are we talking like normal naughty high school kid or Utah naughty kid? Because I feel like Utah naughty kid, it's like, oh, I had alcohol once and he fingered me, you know?
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, probably more like normal Utah kid. Okay. I was always in trouble. I was always doing stupid shit. I was on the drill team and I had horrible grades. There was one year I didn't make grades, so I couldn't compete. And that was devastating.
We're twins.
Oh, yeah.
I got a 1.9.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I knew I wasn't going to college. Yeah. So to me, it was like, I just have to show up. Yeah. And then I wasn't passing. And I'm like, shit, I'm not going to be dancing. Yeah. So anyways, I didn't know for sure that I was going on a mission. I remember when the age changed, I'm 29. So that happened right after I graduated or maybe my senior year. I don't remember. But I was like, maybe I should just like go. Yeah. I was dating my now husband at the time.
So you met in high school?
Yeah, we met in high school.
Did he go to your high school?
Yeah. Okay. We met in junior high technically, but
so he's been in your life for a while and he still only has met your dad a handful of times.
Yeah. Isn't that wild? Yeah, it's crazy. So what was I saying?
The mission.
Yeah.
The age changed.
He was always super active and involved, was raised that way, always knew he was going to go. And when the age lowered, I'm like, maybe I should just go. We'll meet in the middle and we'll get married and we'll like write this fairy tale. So I had really no like deep knowledge of the gospel, but it instantly became my whole personality. Like I started going to seminary. All these things that were so MARYN, I like diminished. And not that they were necessarily bad things, but I had a potty mouth. I was just a little rotten here and there.
Yeah, a little vulgar.
I would not say no to things. Like if someone offered me anything, I would probably do it. Yeah. You know, like.
Did you try drinking? Mm-hmm. Was that a scary thought, knowing that your dad was an addict?
Not then, because I don't think I could really comprehend it. Yeah. Now I'm a little more aware of it. Yeah. Nervous about it, just because I have super addictive tendencies. Myself, I get addicted to things so easily.
Aren't you a Diet Coke girly? But you went like a year without it.
Yeah, I did.
So like you have addiction, but you also have resilience.
Oh yeah, I'm a bad bitch when it comes to resilience. Like if I say I'm going to not do something or do it, I will freaking do it. Yeah. So, and mainly because I did post about it. So I'm like, shit, if someone runs into me and
at the gas station, they're like, you liar.
Guilty mother effer. Yeah, that would have been me. So I did commit to it.
So you make that decision to spend 18 months. Yeah. And you got called to serve in New York, right?
New York, upstate New York. So it wasn't city. I was not in like the big
city.
Pretty city
scene. Upstate is beautiful, isn't it?
It is beautiful.
I mean, I've never been, but from what I've heard.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's also, there's like some really rich parts of it. And then there's horrifying poor parts of it.
Really?
Yeah. So it was really interesting.
When you opened the call, had your husband already left on his mission?
No, he was there. So he got his call, but then he waited 6 months. His waiting time was almost 6 months. So we had all this time together before we left.
And where did he go?
Peru.
Okay. Yeah. And I'm assuming yours was English speaking?
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. Thank God.
So you're like, I can't learn another language. Like, are we kidding?
He knows. Like we all know.
Like that's not gonna happen. No. So how long did you have to wait? Because you came home first, right?
Yeah, I came home 2-ish months before he did.
Okay,
No,
that's
3.
not bad.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
But that whole mission, you still were like gung-ho, I'm going to marry this guy. No.
Like 6 months in, I wrote him off. So an entire year, the last year of my mission, I didn't talk to him.
How so? Why?
My mission president, I was exactly obedient. Like, I don't know if you know this. I had a trainer who was like, this is what you will do.
Yeah.
And we will be near perfect. And I wanted all the blessings. I'm like, I'm changing the trajectory of my life. I'm changing like future woods. I was a wood before. I'm like, I'm proving my dad's shit wrong. So I'm going to go on this mission. Cycle. Yeah, I'm breaking the cycle and I'm going to be perfect. And then I'm going to come home and everything's going to be perfect. And I got a lot of that from my trainer. But my mission president made it a point, like, you should not be writing anyone. Like, you should lock your heart, save it. If it's meant to be, he'll be there when you get home. So I wrote him off. And sign, seal, deliver, like, don't talk to me. Don't email me. I don't want your emails. And our families were heartbroken.
Yeah. Was he heartbroken?
He was heartbroken.
Was he so like, what?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I didn't
because I mean, on your mission, you are supposed to focus on the mission. You're not supposed to focus on each other.
Yeah.
But I do think nowadays missions are a little different. Now there's like phones. Because like you were writing emails or letters?
Emails.
Yeah.
Both.
At one point it was literal letters.
Yeah.
Like emails weren't even a thing.
No.
And so it was easier to focus on the mission because you had to like write letters and you couldn't like actually see them. Now when I think about people who are on missions, who have missionaries, I'm like,
they're FaceTiming.
I'm like, are you guys sexting?
Yeah. Like what? You are so too close.
You were talking to them.
Sometimes it pisses me off because I'm like, you're not getting the real experience.
That's not it.
That is not what we're supposed to be doing.
That is not what it was like.
Clearly I shouldn't care, but.
So when you do that and you decide, okay, I'm writing you off, were your intentions fully that I'm writing him off and I'm going to focus on this mission, but when I get home, I plan on dating him? Or was it like, I'm closing this chapter because I need it to be done. Like, I just need to be done.
I thought like maybe there was potential that we would meet back up. Like, I knew I wanted to see him again.
So you really were like breaking up.
Yeah. Like,
it wasn't like, I'm just doing this because the mission. It's like broken up.
Yeah. And I remember I didn't even open the email he sent back to me.
How did you have that self-control?
I just wanted to be like Jesus so bad. Like, I'm like, he said lock your heart. So I'm locking my heart. I'm not even going to open that door.
Wow.
And I remember my mother-in-law telling my mom, like, I'm really worried about my son. Like, he is so in love with her, infatuated with her, and she will not respond to him. And my mom's like, kind of embarrassed for me. Like, she's so horrible. She's so mean.
She'll do what she wants to do.
Yeah.
There's really no.
And I was the first to go on a mission. My brothers didn't serve. Okay. No one, and my dad didn't go. Like, no one went. So this whole mission experience was so new.
Yeah.
For everybody in my family. And I'm like, I don't have time.
Like, I'm trying to break cycles.
Yeah.
Okay, no one talk to me. I'm focused on this mission. Yeah. So how was your mission?
It was really hard. The first couple months, I joked, I made a TikTok about this not too long ago, but I really wanted a bus to hit me or to like get some sort of injury.
So you'd have to go home?
Yeah, I didn't want to die. Yeah. I'm like, just give me a reason to leave.
Yeah.
But eventually I fell in love with it. Like, really? I fell so hard into it. And I was up in New York, so like the church history sites weren't in my mission, but the last week of my mission we got to go. And I just remember thinking, like, I have done everything right. Like, sitting in the sacred grove, like connecting, and I had so much love for Joseph Smith, like that whole story. I'm like, this is it. And I'm like, I'm going to go home and it'll be easy. Like, I will be this person always. Like, I'm not going to have any issues.
You're what, 20?
Yeah. I knew everything. I knew all of it.
You're like, I have lived a million years. Yeah. I'm a 20-year-old old soul and
I'm going to go get everyone active, all my inactive family members. I'm going to change you. This is going to change you. And I'm going to do it.
Well, obviously, I think your mindset has changed a little since then.
Yeah.
But before we get to that, you come home and he's not home yet.
Mm-mm.
So what were your plans? College, school?
Oh no, I was going to so I worked at a physical therapy clinic before.
Okay.
So I kind of thought about like massage therapy, sports stuff. I'm like, maybe I can go to college.
Yeah.
We'll see. I immediately started coaching drill team. One of my best friends was coaching at the time, and I was her assistant coach like within months.
Did you like that?
Home. Yeah, loved it. Loved being an assistant. And it was where I went to high school.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. So I did
You're
that
like
for
super senior to the max.
Oh, yeah. And I'm like, now I can be in charge. I love
Yeah.
this. And I get to do it with a good friend of mine. So this is going to be so fun.
So fun.
So I did that. And then I started dating an AP from my mission.
Okay.
Yeah.
And why did that break off? I mean, obviously you're not married to him, so it had to break
No.
off, but what was the reasoning?
Our only dates consisted of like gospel study. So we would go to Deseret Book and we would choose a book together and we would study it. And my mom thought that was weird as shit. She's like, you're not like, this is not like the mission changes you.
Yeah.
But this is not Maryn. Like,
yeah.
I was just infatuated with we are living the gospel truth and this is what we do. And eventually, like, I started to become me a little bit more, like with coaching and like reintegrating things that I loved before and going like, no, he's actually weird as shit.
Actually not into him.
The deal breaker though was he took me to dinner and at Chili's at the time they had a skinny menu. It was called the skinny menu.
Yeah, I remember.
I was a chubby chick. And he said, you're going to eat off the skinny menu. And I remember like literally thinking under my breath, like, the fuck I am.
No, he did not.
Yeah, he did dead ass. Yeah. After that date, he never took me out again. We were done.
Oh.
The audacity. Oh, yeah. And he was a skinny
nuts.
BYU athlete.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
And was your husband home at the time when you were dating him?
No, he got home, I think, within the next month.
Okay.
And I emailed him. I said, so you're coming home. Do you want to see me? And he was kind of like, there was some pushback. He's like, oh, so you're interested?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I just want to hang out.
Yeah.
See you.
But I mean, I stalked your Instagram and you were counting down the days. You were counting down the days for him to come home. I was ready. At first I was like, is this her brother? Is this her boyfriend? And then I realized, oh, Lindley, it's not
People
her brother.
think that all the time, especially when we were younger, that
really?
They're like, you guys look alike.
Really?
Like, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that.
This is not incest.
Okay? We've changed a lot in the last 10 years. Let us be.
Let us be. But no, like I saw your Instagram. You were counting down days. So he knew, he had to have known that you had some feelings for him when he was coming home.
I think a little bit. I definitely kept my guard up. He has a twin.
Oh, okay.
And his twin was already home and was really trying to foster that as well. Like, just give him a chance. Like,
yeah. Because there's a photo of you when he's home being like, he's finally here or whatever. So like, that's giving girlfriend that misses her boyfriend.
I was confusing the hell out of everyone.
Yeah.
My mom was frustrated. My sister was frustrated. They went with me to see him.
Yeah.
And my mom, I remember on the way, told me, like, you can't be upset if he's not interested in you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, he will be.
It's going to happen.
He's going to be fine.
So obviously you guys are married. Yeah. So how long did that take before you had a ring on your finger?
Minutes.
You're like, it's time.
Yeah. We knew that night that we were going to get married, that he got home. Yeah. So we got engaged, I think, 2 months after he got home.
Wow.
Our original date was for November. We bumped her up to August. So he got home in May. We got married in August.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So it was time.
But you also had known each other.
Yeah.
For so
long. Well, and we couldn't
long.
have sex.
Yeah.
So.
And you were trying to be so.
I was perfect.
You're like, I'm doing everything right. Like, we're not going to mess this up.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's bump it up.
Yep.
Let's bump it up.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to be the poster marriage for the church, for sure.
So before we talk about kids and motherhood, and maybe that has to do with why your thoughts have changed on the church, maybe, but you obviously aren't trying to be perfect in that sense anymore. Yeah. So what happened? What changed?
I think there were multiple like little shelf breakers, I guess you could say, throughout my life. Like little things that just didn't add up. Little experiences in seminary being told like, well, your mom's not married to your dad, so she's not going to the celestial kingdom. And going, well, that's stupid.
Yeah.
Like the God I know wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But then you keep going. I taught several people on my mission that shared a lot of information about the church. and just going, there's no way that this can be true.
Yeah, like at the time just being like, okay, you are just of Satan and
you're the devil.
You're trying to turn me away.
But then going back to my apartment and that internal struggle.
Yeah.
So there was little things like that. And then after we got married, we were called to be the stake mission teachers, me and my husband.
Oh, okay.
So that was like this huge, like,
it was an honor.
Big calling, state calling when you're just married. Like, we're setting the tone for these young missionaries. And we had some huge fights during that time.
You and your husband?
Because I would bring up questions and concerns, like, because I was studying so much and I had discovered that there was more than one account of the first vision. And that was earth shattering to me.
Yeah.
Like, more devastating than some daddy issues.
Yeah.
Because that had just become so important to me. And then he was super defensive about it. So that happened. And then COVID happened. I think COVID had a downfall for all of us.
Yeah, I was going to say the majority of people I talked to who, whether they were super active or not really active, because we were never a super active household, but COVID is when we literally couldn't go.
No.
And so when you take that time away and like the internal Mormon thoughts in my head go, well, that was Satan.
Yep. Oh yeah, the devil. And we're not being worthy. We're doing something wrong.
And it's
to
like,
let that in.
You guys let COVID trick you to stop
we did.
believing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I hear myself and I'm like, that sounds crazy. Like, what am I saying? But it is like when you're told time and time again that like things that take you away from the gospel are evil.
Yep.
And maybe they don't even say the term evil. Some people are just like, it's not good.
The spirit's not there.
Spirit's not there.
Yeah.
But.
And then you make it about you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not worthy.
Yeah.
I'm not enough.
So COVID was when it really started to change.
Yeah. For me, not my husband.
Okay.
And I still went through the motions. Like, I wanted it so bad.
Yeah.
Because that's the ultimate goal.
Yeah.
And I didn't have that growing up. I didn't have parents that had that.
Yeah.
And I didn't want children not to have that. And so it was just this internal struggle. And we had been living at my in-laws at the time because we were building our home. And right when we got into our home, just going to that ward, they were incredible people. Some of the nicest people I've ever met in that neighborhood that we live in now. But just being at church, I'm like, it's doctrine for me. Like, I can't do it. Yeah. I'll come. And I remember telling my husband multiple times, I will go, I will sit there. I'll teach our kids this. I'm not willing to lose my marriage over it.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to make myself believe it after knowing what I know.
Yeah.
Which is so sad. And I know like so many of your listeners are active members and I don't want to offend anyone, but there's still part of me that's like, I wish it worked for me.
Well, and I think too, because my followers, listeners, trashers are very 50-50. And what I love is that I feel like at least I try to have both active and not active people on, because I think both experiences and walks of life are great. Yeah. I've had Delia, she has cancer, and she shared this beautiful moment where she had a priesthood blessing, and like that was so empowering for her and for a lot of my active listeners.
And honestly, beautiful. Like a beautiful experience.
But then there's also people who lived the church their whole life and they can't do it anymore. Yeah. Because of things that they know. And people could also know those things and still choose to believe in it. It just, people are different. Yeah. We are all different, and we have free agency to make our own choices and do what we want to do. Yeah. And so I would hope that people listening know that you're not trying to be offensive by sharing your story.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Because it's what you went through and it's like your thought process. Yeah. Is your husband still active?
No.
So when did that change?
Within the last year.
Okay.
Yeah. It's all super fresh. And he's very respectful. Like I would say both of us are. I mean, we both have very active families for the most part. My oldest sister is still very active, and I think it works for her. Yeah. And I love that it works for her. I have a nephew about to go on a mission, and I'm ecstatic for him. Yeah. I'm like so stoked for him.
Yeah, you loved your mission.
Yeah. I'm like, I want him to have all those things and experiences. And I think that's what makes it so hard, is because there's things about the church that I really miss. And there's things that I'm fearful of. Like we'll have a 7-year-old, and I have to have all these conversations with family that I don't want to have. Yeah. But at the end of the day, like, I know that I'm a worthy person. I know that I'm awesome. And I do still believe in God.
Yeah.
And I know that God that I believe in loves me.
Yeah.
And thinks I'm a good mom and a good wife. And honestly, now that my husband and I have like had these hard conversations, because it was ugly.
Yeah.
Like there were some ugly parts of our marriage because of this. But I feel like now that we've like become more unified in our choices, like we couldn't be in a better spot with our marriage. Yeah. So it's been good.
Well, that's
hard.
Good. It's
really hard.
It takes a lot of hard conversations, a lot of work, a lot of time too.
Honestly,
it's a new adjustment, and you guys married each other as different people than you are today. In that sense.
Oh, that girl. That little
girl that would date people and go to Desert Book.
Like literally.
She's dead.
And pray before. I was so scared to get in my car without saying a prayer. And
get in a car.
Yeah, eat everything. I prayed over everything and turning off the TV when I'd walk in and not feel the spirit. Okay. Yeah. We've done a 180.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
Have you lost people in your life because of that?
I don't feel like I've lost anyone, but it's different.
Yeah.
And I feel like people are afraid to ask me, which I'm an open book.
Well, because you were so one way.
Yeah.
But I feel like, and maybe I'm stepping on toes by saying this, but I feel like a lot of times when people are one way and then they leave, they go 180. They turn into, because like we're joking saying you're a completely different person, but like you're really
Truly,
not.
No.
Like you're still your same personality. You're not like covered in tats, doing cocaine and like crazy shit.
Didn't leave my husband and my kids.
You know, like we see a lot of people who, when they do decide to leave, they just go batshit crazy. Yep. So changing, what has really changed in your life other than, not believing in it?
Not a lot. Yeah. Like truthfully.
And that says a lot. Sorry to interrupt, but today's episode is brought to you by Spearmint Love. Mamas, have you seen the latest drop from Spearmint Love? Their new floral collection is here and it's absolutely stunning. Think matching sunsuits and dresses made just for baby girls all the way up to 6 years old. Perfect for brunch with the fam, the upcoming outdoor wedding, or a sunny day at the beach. We're talking picture perfect florals that instantly elevate her look without breaking the bank. Soft, breathable fabrics, thoughtful details, and styles that move with your little one. Because cute shouldn't mean uncomfortable. So if you want her to feel like a little flower queen this season, check out spearmintlove.com and grab your favorites before they bloom away. You can use code WEEKLYTRASH at checkout for an exclusive discount. Thank you, Spearmint Love, for sponsoring today's episode.
We also know like what harmful things there's harmfulness to a lot of those things. And with my dad being an alcoholic, I have my guard up with alcohol pretty heavily because I know myself too. I know my limits and I don't want to push it.
For sure.
Because I think I would be right there with him, truthfully.
Well, it's good that you're self-aware enough to like know that about yourself.
Yeah.
Because that's scary to know that exists in you.
Yeah. I think some of my siblings have it too. And we've all talked about it. Like, we're not doing that. No, him 2.0. We're not doing that.
No. So you have 2 boys.
2 boys.
Did you always want to be a mom?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How soon? Because you guys got pregnant pretty quickly.
Yeah, I got pregnant when I was 21. No, 23. We got married at 21. Got pregnant at 23. And it was an oopsie. Okay. We did want to wait 5 years. Birth control was rough for me and I wasn't great at it. And then my hormones got weird and I turned into kind of a bitch. So I got off the hormones. Yeah. And then I got pregnant really quick. So we had Gray and he's 6 now, which is wild.
And then your other son is 4?
He will be in August. He's 3 right now.
And from what I remember, you've said that you're done.
We're pretty positive. We've done no permanent things. Okay. But now that I know a vasectomy is kind of
reversible,
I feel as though he should go get one.
Yeah, no, I'm making my husband go get snippity snips.
I think we're both turning 30 this year. So I'm like, for my 30th birthday, go get snapped.
Yeah.
And then by God willing, if we have another kid or want to,
we'll just reverse it.
We'll reverse it. But I think we're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the further you get away from baby phase too, and life gets a little bit simpler. Yeah. It's like,
why would we do that?
It's,
we were sitting at a restaurant the other day and we were like, they're feeding themselves.
Yeah.
There's no fighting. There's no crying.
Yeah. We're enjoying ourselves.
This is wild. Like, why would we?
Like,
So selfish,
Disneyland
probably,
would be so fun.
Yes, now is the time, like, to travel with our kids.
It's not selfish though, because I think about this all the time because I go back and forth. Do I want another kid? Do I not want another kid? And I have to realize that I love babies.
Yeah.
It would be selfish of me to just keep having kids because I love babies.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I could be a good mom to 6 kids.
No.
8 kids, let alone 4 kids.
And how are people affording these 10,
that too?
8
That
children,
too.
families?
It just doesn't make sense. And so I'm like, what would be selfish is if I chose to have a million babies because I love babies and then not really want to be that involved when they get older because I just want to keep having babies.
Yep. Because it's fun. The baby stage is just
I love babies. Yeah. And so I've had to look at that and be like, do I want another baby or do I want another kid? Because babies become toddlers, who become kids, who become teenagers, who become adults. And I have to love and take care of them forever.
And you never stop.
It's not like a dog, a puppy. Like it is a human being that you need to keep alive and then nourish and love for the rest of their lives and teach them life lessons and make sure that they don't turn out to be assholes.
Yep.
That's a lot of pressure.
You take a lot of credit for that.
That's a lot of pressure.
As a mom.
And I also feel like a lot of the times you don't have that much control. I think you think you do.
Yeah.
And you're like,
absolutely.
if I can be the best mom, my kid will turn out great.
Yep.
Where it's like, I know the best people who do have addict children or who have kids that completely have cut them off. And it really doesn't, I mean, you should be a good mom, but like at the same time, like there's so much you can't control.
Already with my 6-year-old, I'm like, I don't know where you got that. I can't take credit for that behavior. Yeah. Like,
I didn't
that's
do that.
a you thing.
That's just how you came.
I'm not going to take credit for all your success, and I'm not going to take credit for your shit behavior.
No, you really can't. But I don't think it's selfish for you to be like, things are really good right now. I think if anything, that's like being responsible.
Yeah,
and
we're
realizing,
just content.
Yeah.
And there's some hardness to it. All my friends have just had babies within the last 6 months.
Yeah.
And there's part of me that's like, aw. But then when I get in my space, I'm like, oh, we're good. Like this is good. We're happy.
This is happy.
Yeah.
Happy and quiet and chill.
I mean, I don't know if quiet's the word.
I feel like six, you're not really in the quiet phase yet.
No, and they're savages.
Yeah.
They're savages.
And they're boys. And I feel like boys, my youngest son, I feel like he's going to be the one that we're going to be at the hospital a lot.
You're testing the waters every day.
He's no fear.
No.
None.
And we love that for him.
Yeah. I'm like, you're going to take over the world. Yep. But please don't jump off 4 flights of stairs because you think you can fly, buddy. Like
you're always insured.
No.
Always.
So with motherhood, other than the fact that like it's obviously hard and beautiful at the same time. Yeah. But did you struggle with any postpartum depression or anxiety?
Yes. Yeah. I was a freak after I had Gray and I didn't know. I didn't know why. I wouldn't go anywhere. I wouldn't take him anywhere. I wouldn't let people hold him. I was a mess. I was such a mess.
Did you ever get on medication? Like what changed? You just got out of that phase?
No, I kind of just like walked myself out of it, honestly, which I don't recommend. With Wild, I got on something immediately after. I got on Zoloft and it was great. Like no high highs, no low lows, just pretty consistent.
Stable.
Yeah. And I took Gray because I was coaching at the time, so he came with me there, but I was an anxious mess. So anxious.
And that's hard when you're a new mom too.
Oh yeah.
Because you don't know anything and then you add that to it.
Yeah.
I'm glad that with the next one you were like, I know myself. Yeah. Because a lot of people are like, oh, maybe it won't happen this time. And then it does. And then they're like, oh, but it'll be fine.
Yeah. I just thought it was crazy.
Yeah.
And then my sister, like being who she is like, no, like this is normal.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's more common than
people
it's not.
say. Yeah.
Yeah. So just you have to take care of yourself.
You do.
For sure.
You talked a little about coaching a little bit.
Yeah.
You're not coaching anymore, are you?
No.
But you've coached drill.
Yes.
You've also taught fitness classes, which you don't do that anymore either.
I do.
You do? You still do that? High fitness?
No, I never taught high.
What was it? It was
cardio fuse.
Cardio fuse.
I still do fuse once a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which do you like more, coaching drill or fitness?
They're just different.
Yeah.
Like drill team is high school dance. And you're like married to it.
Yeah.
It is your life on top of your real life. And there's no pay really. It's just a lot. And I loved it because I got so close to so many girls. And you just become like a sister to them.
Yeah.
The girls either love or hate you though. There's some that I know like would be so grateful if they never saw my face again. Just
Really?
because drill, I was pretty intense the first couple of years. I mellowed out the longer I went and just tried to make it more fun.
Yeah.
For the kids, but like there's girls that come to my fitness classes now that I coached, and which is fun. But like teaching fitness classes is like adult women.
Yeah.
I walk in, I walk out. I'm not dealing with parents.
Yeah.
It's like so different.
So different.
So different. Yeah.
With teaching drill and coaching drill, were there ever times where you felt like you were burnt out and you were like, is that why you quit?
Mm-hmm.
Did you quit or?
I quit.
You quit. You're like, I'm burnt out. I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
Because drill, it's like you wake up at like what, 5 a.m.?
Yeah, sometimes. It depends. We did after school practices. We did before school practices. And I was hauling my kids with me. Greg came to everything. So, yeah, it was intense.
So that was ultimately why you were like, I'm done, is burnt out?
I was burnt out. And I just knew like I can't give them the best of me. So they need someone that's excited about it and can give them the best. There were also so many changes that were happening with the program at the time. And I just didn't want to be a part of those changes.
Like what?
Like they combined the cheer and the drill team.
Oh.
Which down here you don't do.
Yeah.
I don't know why we're doing it up there. But I didn't want to be a part of that. I didn't want to facilitate cheerleaders. I'm not a cheerleader. I don't know how to coach cheerleaders. I wanted them to stay separate. And it's been fine for them. The girls that have taken over have done a good job with it. But I, again, just wanted no part of that. So that's when I got certified in cardio fuse and started teaching group fitness classes. And now I program weight classes and teach weights. And
you've had like a crazy body transformation that you've showed on social media, like from your mission to now. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. Isn't that wild?
When you started doing fitness and drill, because obviously if you were on drill, you had to be decently fit and like in shape.
Yeah.
Right?
Looking back, like I've always been just kind of a chunkier girl.
Which, guys, I can't find her. She's
now,
literally you're so petite.
Now she's gone. I weighed, I think, not that weight matters, but
for reference,
I was 70 pounds heavier on my mission than I am now.
Okay.
And I weigh like 30 pounds less now than I did in high school. So I wasn't like necessarily overweight, but I wasn't small, but I didn't know it. Like I was just the funny, like boys didn't really gravitate towards me aside from my boyfriend.
And now husband. Yeah.
But I was just funny. Like I was the funny kind of chunky redhead.
Redhead?
Oh yeah, I'm a ginger.
You're a redhead?
I'm a ginger.
I would have never guessed.
Like strawberry blonde, not like orange, but like strawberry.
Okay, but like being ginger is in. Would you ever go back?
I did for a period of time. I'll show you some pictures after. Yeah. It's kind of mind blowing. Like I'm unrecognizable.
That's so crazy. Did you ever struggle with body image?
Yeah, after my mission, because it was just so much weight that I gained on my mission. And I was like cutting the inside of my shirts so they would fit me. Because you know when a shirt is tight and you're just bulging at the seams. Yeah. I don't know. You probably have never been there.
Oh, no, I've been there. I got arm lipo. I've been there.
Yeah, we love the arm lipo. Yeah, like that's amazing. Been there. But like, yeah, I was cutting the inside of my shirts. I was pinning skirts. And my mom would be like, so am I sending you new clothes? And she'd be like so worried. I'm like, oh no, like my body's just changing. Like, yeah, send me some stuff if you want. But if not, I'm tweaking it myself.
It's fine.
And I was kind of bigger when I got married. Like I tried on my wedding dress not too long ago and it's hysterical.
Did it just slide on off?
It slid right off. And I didn't know it then. I was just a little chunky, ate all the things I wanted, never cared about any of that, and didn't really exercise post-mission. And then like 2 years into marriage, I started going hard. I just fell in love with it.
And is that what changed? It wasn't because you were feeling bad about yourself. It's because you just loved fitness.
Yeah. I just started moving my body a lot. Yeah. And eventually I'm like, okay, I really want to like body recomp. I'm going to start tracking my macros and stuff. And then it kind of I went a little crazy during COVID, probably a little too far with it. Started doing, not unhealthy things, but just wasn't eating enough, those types of things. I wouldn't say it ever got like severe enough that people should be concerned, but my close circle knew like, you should probably
eat a little
pull
bit
back
more.
a little bit. And like the mission culture, like the weight loss culture on a mission is freaking sick. It's disgusting.
Really?
It was for my mission, at least. Like, it was 6 months to sexy. So all of us did really unhealthy, wild, wacky shit to lose weight. Like, I started taking laxatives.
Before you got home?
Yeah, 6 months. Because I was like, I got to lose some weight, apparently. Because that's what they tell you. Everyone is doing it.
6 months to sexy.
Yeah. So you have 6 months to lose your mission weight. And I gained 50 pounds on my mission. So I'm like, I got to come up with 50 pounds to lose. So I tried throwing up. I tried all the things on my mission.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad none of those habits stuck.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy they didn't.
Because that's something that can stick with you for the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope it didn't stick for any of the other people, because that's really crazy.
I got reached out like a couple years ago about like a little Utah show that was going to start.
Yeah.
I don't think anything came of it, but a big chunk of it was going to be distorted eating because of missions. And I'm kind of bummed because I'm like, it is a thing.
Yeah.
Like,
I had no idea.
oh yeah. And if I could tell any missionary, I'm like, don't change your eating habits. Whatever your eating habits are, try, and even if you're in a third world country, like you can tell people no. It's not.
Yeah, because that's the thing where they say like you have to eat.
Oh,
whatever.
my trainer, and she was a Polynesian, so it was like they were strict that way anyways.
Yeah, you say yes if people offer you.
And she would eye me down, like, look at my plate, like, get eating, finish. I'm like, I'm sick, but okay.
Okay, I'll finish.
I can't eat any more of this pasta.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
that's rough.
Sick girl. Yeah.
So with the body changes, you've been able to maintain like a healthy relationship with food at this point.
More recently, yes.
Okay.
I struggled with binge eating.
Okay.
Which, like, I should probably be embarrassed about, but I'm just so not.
No, I think it's actually more common than people think.
Yes, like you're so strict during the week, and then Sunday hits and it's like,
give me everything.
Give me everything. So that's something that like within the last like year, I've really tried to heal, because I think I'm a total emotional eater.
Yeah.
If I'm super happy, I want to eat.
Yeah.
If I'm a sad girl, I want to eat.
Yeah.
So just kind of retraining my mind. And just like, even though I have boys, I think you should be considerate of your children no matter what gender they are. I don't want them to pick up on any of
your eating habits.
Those weird eating habits. And just like, food is food and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have to make it a big thing. Do you know what I mean?
No, for sure.
Like, there's no good or bad. It's just how much you're consuming, and
you got to eat to live.
You got to eat. And eating can be fun.
Yeah.
But it doesn't need to be our whole personality, I guess. Good or bad.
No, for sure.
You know?
So with being in Utah, Logan to be exact, do you
Logan.
see yourself being in Logan forever?
We started a business this
Okay.
last couple of years. And so as of right now, we're in Logan. It's Raiden quit his other job to be full-time at this business.
What's the business? Can you share?
It's a machine shop.
Okay.
So kind of like random. No one knows anything about machining. I really don't.
I have no idea what
he
that
went to
even
school.
Would look like.
Yeah, it's wild. I'll send you a picture. It's it's nothing glamorous necessarily.
What is it exactly?
They build parts for other parts, basically.
Okay.
And he is so freaking passionate about it. And he started it with his brother and his dad, and they all have different roles in the company. But it's kind of taken off this last few months, and
amazing.
It's so great. It's so exciting. The last couple of years have been really hard.
I'm sure. Starting anything is so hard, and you don't make money for a long time.
The joke was like that was his affair. Like the machines were his girlfriends. Yeah. Because he would go from his real job kind of to that job in a sense.
Yeah, because you still have to pay bills somehow.
Yeah.
So you're just going from job and then back to your job that you want to have be your full job.
Real job. Yeah. So it's been a really good few months of him being there.
So Logan seems more like a permanent
as
place
of right
for you guys.
now. Yeah. I love the idea of leaving. I'm so open-minded to it. I always thought, I'm like, I'm going to go back and live in the mission field and be that person. But as of right now, no. If it happens, I would love it. He would love it. But we're there. We're in Logan, which 10 years
Logan
ago,
people.
What the hell is Logan? I would never.
Do they have?
Never.
There's no mall in Logan.
Not anymore. They chopped her down.
Do you feel like if they opened a new mall, it would do well?
Yeah, I think like we need something like a Farmington station. Yeah, smaller. Something like that would do really well. There's a lot of people in Logan.
And there's a college town.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it would give college students jobs.
Yep.
College kids need clothes.
We are getting a Target. So
there's not a Target in
there's
Logan.
not a goddamn Target. There's not.
I
No.
didn't know that.
No. There's not a Trader Joe's.
Okay, well, Trader Joe's, I could see that. Like, Draper just got a Trader Joe's. Like,
So you're new.
but
new
like,
and
I don't
fun.
even. This is like a hot take. I don't really like Trader Joe's.
Okay, so you're not into like all the
Like the people are like, here's my Trader Joe's haul. I'm like, okay. Like the
Yeah.
portions are so small. I got kids to feed.
Yep.
I want to eat.
And a lot of the boxes, I'll say this, sometimes it just does not look appealing. A lot of
No.
the stuff that people post, I'm like, that looks sick.
But I'm just like, I can just go to Harmon's and get something very similar, but it won't have the Trader Joe's like logo and vibe.
Oh yeah, a lot of it is just the frilliness
Yeah.
of going to Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
Getting the fresh flowers.
Like even like the Oreos that they have, like the JoJo's or whatever.
Okay, those are not great.
It's
Have you
like-
had them?
I've had them and
They're
they're
not
good,
great.
especially the Christmas ones with the peppermint. I'm like, okay, yeah,
Those are good.
These are good, but I can also go get the Oreos with the peppermint in them, and they taste pretty similar.
Yeah, and they're $2.99 and not $4.99.
And they're $2.99, and I'm pretty sure they have the same ingredients. Like I don't think it's
Yeah.
like. I think Trader Joe's makes you think everything's healthier, which it might be a little.
That's a major hot take, but
But-
it's so true.
I just like don't. I'm not a Trader or
Yeah.
like the Trader Joe's flowers. I'm like, bitch, I can't keep anything alive. Why would I go get flowers so they can die in a
It's
day?
so true.
Like I just don't
It's so
understand
true.
the Trader Joe's.
Or that's
hype.
not where I'm going to spend my money. I'm not
Yeah.
spending my grocery cash on a bouquet of flowers that no one's
No.
going to see.
No, and like maybe I'm wrong for that. I
No,
don't know,
I don't
but
think
like
you're
I
wrong.
just don't
There's
think
truth
Trader
to that.
Joe's. I don't think Trader Joe's is for me, which is
It's not.
crazy. I want it to be so bad. I go in there and I'm like, come on,
Yeah,
let's
give
feel
me the
this
shit.
vibe. And then I'm like, where's the bread section? And then there's 3 options, and I'm like, well, fuck, I need to go to freaking
And it's
Harmon's.
frozen. You're going
I-
to have to unthaw
It's
it.
so healthy.
And bake it.
Like, give me the fake ingredients over here. Like,
Give me the name brand
come
stuff
on.
that we already
I want,
know.
what's it, Grandma Smuckers? Or what is that bread that's so fluffy and white?
Oh,
and
it's and it melts in your
and it
mouth.
melts in your mouth. And it's only in, I'm pretty sure it's only
Grandma-
in Utah. It's like honeymuckers.
Honeysuckle. No.
Sounds like a swear word.
You have to- I have
I'm
to
looking
know.
it up. I'm looking it up.
I'm
looking it
so
up.
curious now because
Um,
that's a thing.
Grandma
Sycamore.
Sycamore.
No.
It sounds so. That doesn't sound right, but
It's not.
Oh, it's this. It's Grandma. Oh, it just opened DoorDash. No, I don't want DoorDash. Grandma Sycamores.
Okay, Grandma
that's
Sycamore's
right.
bread.
Okay, well, you're right. Grandma Sycamores.
It literally melts in your mouth.
It's the
with
best
peanut
bread.
butter.
Is it bad for me? Probably.
None of your business. It's not your business.
You know what's bad for me? Literally everything in this
Air.
world.
The air you're
So-
breathing is probably not well.
It's fine.
You're all right. You're gonna be okay.
I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be
Mm-hmm.
fine eating the enriched white flour.
Okay, but do you like sourdough?
Do I look like somebody who would make sourdough though?
Do I look like someone that would make sourdough?
Because like, yeah, I like the taste.
Look that.
I like the taste, but like, am I gonna make it?
No.
No.
You got to find someone that will supply it. I have a girl that I pick it up from once a week.
It's like a drug dealer.
I send her some cash and I pick up my sourdough. It is a total drug deal.
Okay, if anybody wants to be my dealer, my sourdough
How is there
sourdough
no one
dealer,
doing that down here?
They really should start that.
Someone should start that. I
They
feel like
just start making. I mean, it's probably illegal. You would need like if you actually want it to be a legit thing where you could like post about it and make an Instagram page. There's so many food licenses that you'd have to go through to be able
that's
to
a
like
good point.
sell bread. Like
That's a
it's
good
probably
point.
harder said than done.
yes. This
Or
is
it's harder
definitely
done
an
than
under
said.
the table type situation.
Yeah, it's like text me. I know,
and she doesn't
someone.
have cats, so we're good.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah,
I'm not a cat hater.
I'm allergic to cats. I'm allergic to dogs and cats, and I
Yes.
literally have 2 dogs. You have a dog?
I have 2 dogs.
You have 2 dogs,
And I hated dogs. I hated animals. I hated pets.
and now
And
you're
I have
a
2
dog
freaking
girl?
dogs.
Aren't they like golden doodles?
One's a
Okay.
mini golden, and then one's a cavapoo that we adopted.
Okay.
I adopted a dog. What the hell? I know.
You're so woke. You
I'm
adopted
so
a dog.
woke. I'm so woke.
You're adopting dogs.
Call me with
You're-
questions.
You're saving people's lives by adopting
Literally, I
dogs.
saved her.
Yeah.
I know we did. She
Yeah.
had some trauma, I'm pretty sure.
Well,
Just kidding.
the shelters, there's a big sign that you drive by. I think it's once you get into Salt Lake, it's the Humane
I
Society
can't.
sign.
Yep.
No.
Mm-mm.
No.
Have you been on that side of TikTok?
No, I don't want to be on that side of
Don't.
TikTok. TikTok, if you're listening, because I know
It's
you are.
listening.
I
It's
don't
listening.
want it. Nope.
I'm going to try
Nope.
not to send you anything.
Nope. Dogs and here's my thing. Here are my triggers. Animals. Doesn't even matter what kind of animal.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a freaking raccoon that got hit by a car and they're trying to
And you're
save
crying.
it, and I'm
You're
crying.
behind the screen crying.
Animals. children,
Mm-mm.
old people.
Oh, don't send me. The ones where they're sitting alone eating.
No.
Shut the hell up.
No.
Don't ever show me that. I
No.
can't.
No. I hate it.
Yeah.
And when my For You page gets like that, I'm like,
It's time to log off.
who hates me?
Yeah.
Like,
It's time to go.
What's going on? No,
I feel like anytime you open the app, you're going to get a little teary over something. What's that trend right now?
I just want it to be happy. I just want to laugh.
Yes, I just want to laugh. I miss that.
Let me just
Give
laugh.
me the lighthearted shit.
Give me the funny trends.
As I'm posting childhood trauma.
Yeah. Hey.
Sorry, guys.
But also, it's a beautiful thing. Social media is a beautiful thing because people can relate to certain traumas. But I just don't want any trauma talk.
No.
Don't give me trauma talk. Give me funny talk.
Give me all the funny videos.
Talky.
Yeah.
What do you like more, TikTok or Instagram?
TikTok.
You're like,
I'm so lazy on Instagram. I've been a little lazy in general lately, but
would you say social media has become like more of a job for you?
Lately, yes.
Yeah.
And it's like there's more like little brand deals, nothing crazy.
But anything is so exciting.
Oh, so exciting. Like, and the local stuff is always so fun, like Utah stuff.
Yeah. You do a lot with
Events.
Made by Mary.
Yes, so fun. I love her.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Her stuff is so good.
She's so good.
I feel like I have bought so many necklaces with my kids' initials, my grandparents' initials, any initial, like that's my go-to gift for Christmas.
It's so
and stuff
easy.
Is like, I think my mother-in-law is probably sick of it because I'm like, every year I'm like, here's another Made by Mary necklace with an initial on it.
But would she ever buy that for her?
No,
Probably not.
So that's why I have to do it.
Yeah.
Will she wear it? I don't know, but
It's none of your business.
It's none of my business.
I give massages and stuff a lot, like for gifts or like facials.
That's a good one too.
And they'll always tell me, "Oh, I haven't used." I'm like, I don't want to know. I don't care if you haven't used it.
Don't tell me.
That was a good gift. Why haven't you used it?
Like you're dumb for not using it, but okay.
But none of my business.
None of your business. Well, thank you so much for letting me dumpster deep dive.
That was a lot of fun.
That was fun, but it's not over yet because you have to do Trash Topic Can. You're going to pick a little topic from that trash can and we'll both answer it. Your nails are so cute, by the way.
Thank you.
And your wedding ring is stunning.
It's not fun.
Is that the ring that you got when you got married?
No. This is an upgraded ring.
I'm like, that thing is stunning.
Yeah, it's been fun.
And the shape, what shape is that?
Marquee.
Oh, okay, Selena Gomez.
Yeah, she inspo. Ooh, this is a hard one. A purchase you regret buying.
Ooh, I feel like you're a shopper.
I'm a shopper. People hate that about me.
You're a shopper.
Yeah, because I'm into consumerism apparently. But
hey,
sorry, it's entertaining and fun.
It's hard I get a thrill from spending money.
You are I have a bone to pick with you though. This ASOS situation.
I know.
I can't stop.
ASOS is my addiction, and it's a problem. It's a problem.
ASOS sponsor Weekly Trash. Where the hell are they?
I've been trying.
I know.
I tag them in everything. I've been an ASOS addict since 2019.
Yeah, okay? I'm new to ASOS.
And everyone that I recruit to ASOS, they're like, "Thanks a lot, idiot," because instead of scrolling Instagram, I'm scrolling ASOS.
I'm scrolling, yeah.
And I'm spending money.
Because it is there's no
And the
ending.
way the algorithm, I don't even know if they would call it an algorithm, but however ASOS does it, like if you have the app and you shop a lot, it knows you. It is showing me shit that they already know I want in my closet.
I'm going to be buying.
So it's like game over.
But do you return?
Oh, I return a lot. Like I have a big return.
Okay.
But that's what I love about it is I make these big orders.
Hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
I know I'm not keeping all of it because not all of it is going to look great on me or like the quality's not going to be my favorite or whatever. Sure. But I have found pieces that I will have in my closet forever. Like there's good stuff. And what I love the most about it is it's based in UK. And I'm sorry, but they have better fashion.
They make it better.
Nothing makes me feel better about myself than when I'm buying things from ASOS and it says it's shipping from the UK because everything I put in my cart is from the UK ASOS and not the US ASOS.
And it's different.
If you look,
they are completely
It is different. But it makes me feel really good about myself. I'm like, oh, nothing in my cart is from the US. Thank you.
I've had to learn the sizing. The sizing freaks me out at first.
It runs small.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, so I'm a giant all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Because these clothes are tiny. They're made for tiny humans.
But it's nice because I feel like it's the easiest way to get UK clothing.
Yep.
Any other way, the shipping is not as fast. No. It's expensive. This is basically an ASOS commercial. Like, what the fuck? ASOS, pay us. Time. Like, this is ridiculous.
It's time. It really is.
Look, I'm like, usually honestly, I have 3 cameras. So I'm like, ooh, and then I'm like, wait, not you. You. ASOS, pay me now.
Now it's time. But honestly, they have stuff. Sorry, this is the last thing I'll say about ASOS.
Okay.
like Nike, all of these brands, Adidas. You don't see them anywhere else besides ASOS.
Mango.
Always my first place to look for anything.
Always. If you want something that's like cool and different, ASOS. And like, I don't need more bags. I feel like I spent a lot of money on designer bags, so I feel like I can't go and buy crappy bags.
No.
Because I'm like, then why the F did I go buy that expensive bag?
Yep.
That's actually something I regret. I think I regret some of my designer bags. I feel like I wish I would have been a little more picky. Okay. But it was so exciting to be able to buy something.
Because all you're thinking is designer in the moment, probably.
And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I can afford this. This is so exciting. Mm-hmm. And you just buy it, and then you're like, how often am I actually gonna, like, I have this green, I think the one that I regret is I bought a green Louis Vuitton bag, but then I don't regret it because I'm like, it was an experience.
And it's a fun color.
And I can pass it. Okay.
Yes.
Change my mind. I don't regret it. But basically what I was saying is the ASOS bags slap.
Yep.
They have some good bags.
Cute bags.
And I would buy them if I didn't feel guilty about the fact that I have really expensive bags that I should probably wear before I buy a $20 bag that I don't need.
They have a long life to live. There'll be time. To wear all the bags.
But I'm trying to think of something I regret buying.
I know, me too.
I love buying things.
I do too. And I rarely regret. Because I feel like even though I buy often, I'm still pretty intentional.
Yeah. I'm not trying to just buy crap.
No. And I know I'm going to wear it.
Yeah.
I might not wear it for very long because I'm a mother. Where am I going to wear these items?
Right.
But still. Here's a really random one.
Okay.
Do you know the weird, this is a way long time ago. Those things that you put your babies in.
A sleep sack?
No. They're like
the snoo?
They co-sleep.
A DockATot.
I bought a DockATot.
Wait, are you going to say that you regret buying the DockATot?
I regret buying the DockATot.
Because the DockATot is my number one baby item.
The DockATot fucked me.
The DockATot
in the worst way.
The DockATot is the only reason why my children slept.
Okay.
Wait, that's so crazy.
What?
This is how you know that people can be different, okay?
Yes.
Some people can believe different things.
So did they not have a hard time transitioning to other beds?
What I did is I took out the thing and I would just make it bigger and bigger and put like a blanket over it and then slowly.
So you were a little more wise, maybe?
Yeah, but the DockATot, that's literally what I
everyone loves
swear
them.
by.
Everyone loves
swear
them.
by. Like, oh, your baby can't sleep, put it in a DockATot. But also, don't quote me on that because I'm pretty sure that's not allowed, and they say that's a big no-no.
Do they?
Yeah, apparently your baby's not supposed to sleep in the DockATot.
What the hell is it for?
It has like a huge disclaimer.
Oh shit!
But I think they have to do that because there's disclaimers on everything. Like any baby product, it's like, buy this is the best, but don't use it.
Yeah, don't really use it. Look at it.
Like everything, there's a disclaimer because like anything could kill a baby. So,
well, as soon as we took Gray out of it, it was like all bets were off. No sleep.
No sleep.
No
Clubs.
sleep.
Next club. Another club. No sleep.
No sleep.
Dang.
It was the shits. So with Wild, we just didn't do it.
So DockATot's your biggest regret?
Honestly, as of right, I really like, as far as clothes, I'm like, no, I haven't regretted anything.
That's valid. I think, this is so hard. This is so hard.
We need like a category.
I know, because there's so many like little things that are like stupid.
Like that was dumb. We didn't need that.
We didn't need that, but it's not like that big of a deal. I will say a regret that I have, but I love the purchase, but I wish I would have been more patient is my car. I love my car, but I wanted a black car.
Yeah.
But the black car would have
rims?
taken not even 6 months. We're talking like 6 weeks. Something about me.
We are the same person.
I'm an impatient bitch.
Are you impulsive?
I am so impulsive. And like, once I put my mind to something, it has to happen.
Yep.
Like, there's no like, oh, maybe
I'm not going to bed before I hit
if I walk into a car dealership, I'm leaving with a car. Mm-hmm. And so I walk into the car dealership. I test out the car that I actually wanted. It was all black, but it was like the highest trim level. And it was an insane amount of money. And
it was the same car that you have?
The same car I have. Just like every
Souped
bell
up.
and whistle you could think of. And my husband's like, that's insane. And I was like, but
who do you think you are, Josie?
I'm like, come on. And he was like, no, that's insane. And I'm like, fine. So like, then we like talk budget, figuring out the price we could actually do it for that would make sense for us. And I was like, okay, whatever. I go back into the car dealership. I tell the guy, and in the showroom is my car, but it's silver. but it's everything I want, but it's silver. And I literally talked myself into buying it. Like the car salesman didn't even have to say anything. I was just like, wait a second.
Where do I sign?
I'm like, the inside has everything I want. And like, honestly, I kind of think I love silver. Like, actually, I know I've been bitching about black, but like, I think I love
I'm wearing silver earrings.
Like,
so it's
like
going to match.
silver is actually such a vibe. And the car salesman is just watching me. His name's Bronson. Shout out Bronson.
You're kind of crashing out.
Yeah, he's kind of like, I literally don't have to do anything. This girl is literally selling herself on this silver car.
And I'm about to make a big ass
when she's wanted black this entire time. And I was like, I want it. Let's get it. It was in the budget.
Can I take it today?
It was the exact price. And he was like, sure. And I literally took the car that was in the showroom.
So you left that day.
I left that day with that car. And I still want a black car.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to wrap it.
Yeah.
But then my husband's like, that is so stupid. Like, if you would have just waited.
Because how long have you had the car?
It'll be 2 years this summer.
So she's still pretty new.
She's a new girl.
Do you like change?
No.
Okay.
I don't like change unless it's exciting change. Like if my husband today was like, actually, I think you should go and get like a brand new car. I'd be like, okay.
Or a G-Wagon.
Like I'd go.
We're going.
I would do it
right now.
But no, I really do love my car. I just wish I would have been more patient.
Yeah.
And just waited for the black.
That's actually really good advice, I feel like.
Because you just get so excited in the moment.
And if it's an option to leave with it, because we kind of had the same scenario.
Yeah, you just are like, oh, I get to leave with the car.
Let's take it now.
Let's do it. I don't get, like, it's silver. Sign me up.
Where do I sign?
You know?
And I'll take it now.
And it's still cute. I love my car. I love my car.
A beautiful vehicle.
I should be a little more patient. So I regret that. I think that counts.
Yeah, it does. I would agree with that. There's no regret, really.
No regret other than just I wish I was patient.
Rethink, not regret.
Just be a little more chill. I have zero chill.
Settle down.
I need to relax.
I don't know what that is, but I have it too.
Yeah.
I'm very impulsive.
I
have an option to get a tattoo. I pierced my nose at a GG Pip event.
Oh, I saw that.
And then I took it out. I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, I'm going to pierce my nose. And it was adorable. And
Why'd you take it out?
I was nervous about people's reaction. I actually probably will pierce it again because I loved it so much.
Okay.
But it was also that
you didn't do, it was just right here, right?
It was tiny,
in your little nostril.
tiny. Hannah Matthews.
Yes.
Was there. She's the one that kind of was like.
Hannah Matthews.
Yeah. Oh.
And you tattoo. She was on the podcast.
We love her.
I want to be here.
I do too.
Like, I wish I was that badass.
Yep. Effortlessly cool.
Like her back? Are you kidding? Have you seen her back tattoos?
No, I haven't seen her back
tattoos. Her whole back is tatted. It's the most badass thing I've ever seen.
That's not on her back.
She has like
That's
a tiger. She has like a swan looking thing. Her whole back. It's so sick.
Incredible. And she can pull that off.
And then like I got this recently and I'm just like such a pussy. I'm like, oh, it's too big. But then I'm like, no, this is what I want.
But
it's like
so cute.
It's like so scary, but I just do it anyways because I'm so impulsive. And then I literally Googled like tattoo removal right after because I was like, what did I just do?
Yeah.
And then I was like,
hate my whole life.
No,
now.
I love it. Yeah. No, I love it. Like I'm an impulsive freak and I'm very impatient. Love that about us.
Yeah,
so.
I think it's a good thing. I really do.
It can be. It can be for sure.
We're going to focus on the strengths.
Focusing on the good. MARYN, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
So much fun.
It was
I loved
fun.
dumpster deep diving.
It was effortless. Really good.
And just I can't believe this is the first time we've met. We realized that as you walked in, I was like, wait a second. I don't think we've ever actually met.
No, I don't think we have.
But I feel like
you would not know that. I know.
It's kind of crazy. Love social media for that reason.
Yes.
Well, everybody, I hope you have the best week ever and enjoy this episode. And don't forget to take out your trash. Love you. Bye.
Bye.